Her best friend lives in New York and met her.
Hello everyone, it is Thursday, April 8th. The time right now is 2:42 p.m. and the temperatures are rather nice 18 degrees Celsius. I think that makes this officially the nicest day of the year so far. And there's an early sign of spring. Don't know how well I'm framing this in the shot, but there's a flower starting to poke out of the ground there. And this is the Garnder Beltline Trail. I'm here in Midtown Toronto, and the plan for this one is to head through Oriole Park there up to Chaplin Crescent, and then I'll walk over to Yonge Street and take that north. And I think I'll avoid the disaster zone that is the intersection of Yonge and Eglinton, and I'll turn right and head down Soudan Avenue. I think I'll walk over to Redpath, then I'll take that up to Roehampton and pass through the North Toronto Collegiate school grounds. And perhaps I'll wander around a bit more from there. So this is Oriole Park. There's some people playing table tennis. And just over here are people playing real tennis. There seems to be a bit of a wait to get onto the courts. These are public courts. I think you're only supposed to play for 30 minutes at a time if people are waiting. And what's notable about today is that this is the first day of the province's second stay-at-home order they've issued this year. I got an alert on my phone this morning. Let me pull that up. I took a screenshot of it. And it says, a stay-at-home order is in effect. Only leave home for essential purposes such as food, healthcare, vaccines, exercise, or work. It is the law. Stay home, save lives. And then there's a link to a government site. People didn't really seem to respond to the last stay-at-home order, and given that nice spring weather is finally upon us, I doubt there'll be much change for this one. In fact, this is the first day of the year where I have worn shorts. I don't know how well I can get that into the shot, but it was nice enough that I didn't see the need to wear pants today. So this pathway here will take me up to Chaplin Crescent. And according to that alert that went out, we are allowed to get exercise, which I'm doing, and we're also allowed to leave home for work. And really, this is kind of what I do, so I guess I have two of my bases covered there. Unless they expect me to walk around Google Maps Street View and film that. So this is Chaplin Crescent. And coming up on the right is Davisville subway station and the TTC headquarters. That's the Toronto Transit Commission. And this subway station, I think, opened up back in 1954. And this here would be Duplex Avenue. Maybe I can catch a view of a subway train passing through here. This is an open air station, and there goes a northbound train. I don't know how well I'm catching the shot or not. And that'll be heading north up to Eglinton Station. And there's a look over at Davisville Station. I was originally planning on just taking the day easy and not heading out and making any videos, but the weather was so nice I thought I might as well go record something today. So this would be Davisville Avenue on the other side of Yonge. I'm going to head north up Yonge to Soudan on the east side of Yonge. So we'll just wait for the light to change. And there's a look south, and I think you can see the CN Tower way off in the distance. And there's a former Starbucks location. It looks like there's plans to build a couple of towers on this lot of 30 and 45 stories respectively. So retail stores are now no longer open for in-store shopping, unless of course they sell essential goods. And this time around, big box retailers are only allowed to sell essential goods. That certainly gave them an unfair playing field last time, as they could sell items in store that smaller retailers couldn't. And it is nice to feel that sun on the back of my neck. I can't even see anything in my viewfinder here. I have no idea if I'm getting the shot correctly or not. I just kind of shielded it with my hand. So this is Belsize Drive. And there's a nice gust of wind right now. So this area was originally known as Davisville Village, and just to the north of here was Eglinton Village. But they merged to form the town of North Toronto, along with a few other surrounding villages.
All of this is just to make people lazy. You don't understand, you don't see. You don't see to make people.
And that was back in 1890. And then in 1908, the city of Toronto annexed North Toronto. So now this area is simply called Midtown, or the greater area is called Midtown Toronto. Although technically Midtown would stretch from just north of Bloor Street all the way up to about Lawrence. Although most people think of it as the area around Yonge and St. Clair, Yonge and Davisville, and Yonge and Eglinton.
Hi, Captain.
You just said, "Hi, Captain." All right. And there is St. Louis Bar and Grill. There's a big patio that would no doubt be doing a good business today if they weren't forced to be closed. And across the street, the future home of Dave's Hot Chicken. Their Parkdale location is doing quite well. Here is Manor Road. And given that the province gave everyone the loophole of you're allowed to be outside for exercise, I don't think we'll see the police questioning any individuals as to why they're out. That was also the case last time. And really, what can they do? All you have to do is say, "I'm exercising." And technically, if you're outside moving in any capacity, that could be seen as exercising. And I don't really think we should be discouraging people from getting outside. It's good for their mental and physical well-being. And I have still yet to try this place. I mentioned it the last time I walked through here in the video, and how I had wanted to try it, and I have not yet got around to it. And these are the new Art Shop condos on the right. There's a West Elm furniture store, a Staples, and a Farm Boy grocery store as the anchors. Here is Soudan Avenue. So just to the north of here is the intersection of Yonge and Eglinton and Eglinton subway station. There's the headquarters of Canadian Tire. And I think TV Ontario are located over there as well. And this used to be an office building where TD Meloche Monix, the insurance company, was previously located. This entire area of Midtown, particularly just to the east of Yonge, has seen more than its fair share of condo construction. So I will walk east along Soudan here over to Redpath, and this is not a street I have ever included on this channel before. Whether it was a walking video like this, a cycling video, or a live stream. So there's a mix of low-rise, mid-rise, and somewhat high-rise buildings on this street. And all these smaller side streets that connect to Yonge seem to have construction projects going on right now. There's a condo called the Plaza going in. And that is Holly Street. So I'll still be making content during the stay-at-home order, but I'll probably be avoiding transit during peak hours or if it's busy. I mentioned this in my video yesterday, but I don't really have any reason to be forcing myself onto a busy transit vehicle. I do have a monthly pass already purchased for April, so I'll definitely be utilizing it and making sure I get my money's worth. There's Dunfield Avenue. Shiplake, Lillian Park, Premium Urban Rentals. Looks like there's a nice indoor pool. It's kind of a nice looking building too. There's a new condo, 11 Lillian Street. And here we go, Redpath Avenue. So I'll turn north here. If I were to continue on east, I would end up at Mount Pleasant. There's a nice retail area over there. Visit 71redpath.com. The Benvenuto Group.
You're feeling as fresh as a daisy.
So I'll pass north through Eglinton here. They think all the Toronto district schools are currently employing remote learning, so I don't think there'll be any school activities going on when I get through North Collegiate. There's 125 Redpath. I kind of despise this condo because it replaced one of the oldest pubs in the city of Toronto and one of my favorite pubs in this neighborhood, the Unicorn. Ooh, that's a lot of dust blowing around. And if you watch my live streams, you know I'm a big fan of this place, Rudy. I've been ordering from them quite frequently. There goes a parking enforcement person, I don't know, enforcement officer, whatever you call them. Maybe I'll just go over to the east side here. There's where Scruffy Murphy's used to be. And before that, it was a Golden Griddle. And Scruffy Murphy's pub was previously located just to the west of this location on Eglinton in a much larger spot, but they downsized here, and then I think being forced to close down kind of gave them the KO punch for good. So this next street here is Roehampton, and here's some intergalactic art coming up at both of these condos, which I think are 120 and 125 Redpath. They were done by a couple of local artists, I believe. Oh, that Kia across from me did not stop. That guy right there. I should have put the camera on him. He rolled right through the stop sign and then stopped in the middle of the intersection as he saw me starting to cross. Not quite in the middle, but you get the idea. So this here is Roehampton. I'll come down and cross at the marked crossing here. You can see a number of the new condos going in on Redpath right there. This will be a good test as to how this camera handles walking directly towards the sun. Yeah. You're back. Why wouldn't they just wait? He had some choice words for those drivers. Here's 100 Roehampton. I once dated someone who lived in this building. And I once picked up a fake leather love seat from here and I walked it all the way to my home with a buddy. That lasted about 1.5 years before it started peeling and losing its shape. $200 not so well spent. I replaced that with the love seat you can see in the video I did of a bachelor apartment tour on my Johnny Stumbles channel. So straight ahead is Yonge Street, and I'll be circumventing that by heading through North Toronto Collegiate. There's a large athletic field here. And I think this is a single semestered school. It's a school on the right, and there are condos surrounding it. I remember looking this up for a previous video. There's around 1,200 students that go here. And the school itself has been around since 1910. And it was originally located in the North Toronto Town Hall, which, as I discussed earlier in the video, is what this area used to be known as. However, this newer facility was built in 2010. There's a condo behind it and one right next to it. We've got this nice artificial surface football and soccer field. And you can see it has the Canadian-style goalposts, which go at the front of the end zones. And it's also 110 yards in length and not 100. And it's not uncommon in Canada to see these rounded end zones. There's something you see less and less these days, an airplane. And this here is Broadway Avenue. So I'll just take this back to Yonge, and I think I'll call it a video once I get there. I'll probably do some more Midtown Toronto videos throughout the stay-at-home order. And I think I'll do one just to the north of here through Lawrence Park in the near future. There's a ravine and a lot of really nice homes to explore. There's Sip Wine Bar. And there's the future home of a Jollibee. It used to be a South Street burger. And there's where Best Buy used to be. And prior to that, it was a Future Shop. There's the old Postal Station K, formerly Montgomery's Tavern, and a look south. Or rather, formerly the site of Montgomery's Tavern. There's a lot of interesting history in this area. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this walk around Midtown Toronto in a rather nice 18 degrees Celsius. Doesn't look like too many people are adhering strictly to the stay-at-home order, but that's to be expected. Half-assed measures will yield half-assed results. And if there's one thing this provincial government is good at, it's half-assed measures. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.